Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. You must have seen the title and already known what this video is all about. I'm starting a new series on my channel covering the AIPP's AIGP course, which is Artificial Intelligence Governance Professional. This will help you in sharpening your skills of AI governance and can also help you in your exam preparation for the AIGP course. So let's get started. AIGP course has 7 modules. In the first module, you learn about foundation of artificial intelligence. Second module is all about AI impact and responsible principles of AI. In the third module, we learn about governance and risk management. Module 4 and module 5 are all about AI regulations and AI laws. Module 6 is about governing AI development, and module 7 is about governing AI deployment. What is artificial intelligence? We've been using artificial intelligence in our day to day life these days a lot. For example, your voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, or maybe the recommendations that you get on your Netflix or YouTube. Every now and then we are using chatbots, right, like ChatGPT or Gemini or Copilot. And you're also using your face recognitions on your phones, right, to unlock your phones. And maybe you're using your language translation app. These are some of the examples. Artificial intelligence is a technology that enables machine to imitate human intelligence and perform smart tasks such as reasoning, problem solving, or understanding a language. Initially, the machines could not give good reasoning, or they could not, for example, recognize a human being. They could just capture a human being. Maybe they could take a picture or store the picture of the human being, but it could not say who who is this person, or maybe it could not identify the person. But today the technology has reached to that extent that it can even identify who this person is. It can identify the kind of language this person is speaking. If you feed the instructions, it can drive the car by its own. Today we have reached a stage where these machines can imitate human intelligence and perform smart tasks. That is artificial intelligence. John McCarthy, who is also called as the father of artificial intelligence, very beautifully says that the science and engineering of making intelligent machines is nothing but artificial intelligence. When computers were manufactured many years ago, from then on, with the advancement, we have done a lot of advancement and we have automated a lot of things, correct? Like, for example, your traffic lights, or maybe your ATM machines. All these are what? These are machines which do some automated tasks. Even in your office, you run some cron jobs or some robotic process jobs. But then, what is new in artificial intelligence? What is making artificial intelligence stand out? It is this ability of the machines to think like humans. That is something that makes artificial intelligence stand out. Just go back to maybe when the phone was invented, the telephone was invented, when you had to, dial the numbers to reach out to someone and make the landline phone calls. Back then, anyone would have told me that, you can speak to the person as well as see him on the screen. At that time, we wouldn't have believed that this would have come into existence. But today, with the advancement in science and technology, you can not only speak to the person on the phone, but you can also do the video calling, correct? So that is a technology that we have come up with. And today your phone can recognize you. Today your phone can identify whether it is the phone owner or not. So that intelligence, where when a machine has, then that is called artificial intelligence. What is the difference between automation and artificial intelligence? Automation basically works on predefined instructions, right? You write some rules, you do some programming, which will be set by humans. So basically, automation is nothing but letting machines handle repetitive or routine tasks so human can focus more on the important and creative work. Whereas artificial intelligence is not like that. It not only works on certain set of instructions or rules, but it can learn, adapt, and it can make decisions mimicking aspects of human intelligence. Instead of fixed rules, AI system learn patterns from data and improve over time. For example, if you have a job that is automated on a system, and it is scheduled to run every night, then if there is any change in the system or any change in the backend data, then the program would not run. You'll get an error. But today, if you have a AI agent which will run a program, then if there is any change in the data or if there is any change in the system, then it will try to fix by itself by learning the patterns, and then it will improve by itself. So basically, this artificial intelligence can learn and adapt and make decisions just like humans. So that is the difference. For example, when it comes to automation, a payroll system that calculates salaries based on fixed formulas, your traffic signal lights, your smart lights that turn on and off at scheduled times, all these are automation. Whereas when it comes to an example of an artificial intelligence, it can read thousands of emails within seconds and then classify which is a spam email. Even your Google Maps predictions, right? It'll predict in which route there is traffic. Self driving cars. All these are nothing but examples of artificial intelligence. Key trait of automation is it just cannot adapt or improve on its own. If conditions change, humans must update the rules. Think of it like if and then system. If then, do this. If this, do this. If that, do this. Whereas artificial intelligence, it adapts automatically when exposed to new data without needing explicit reprogramming. It is just learning from experience. Automation is about doing tasks automatically, whereas AI is about doing them intelligently. What are the use cases of AI? AI is used in recognition. You can give thousands of images and AI can tell you what image it is. You remember Google Lens? You can just upload take a picture and upload in Google Lens and it'll tell you what that image is. So it can not only recognize image, but it can recognize speech as well, what language this person is speaking. And if you want, it can translate that language to your known language as well. And then facial recognition. I just told you the facial recognition on your phone is nothing but the AI feature. Event detection, like it can detect your credit card transactions and it can say whether it was a valid transaction or whether it is a fraud transaction. Forecasting, it can predict the land sales and revenue. If you ask, okay, this is the place, this is the location, this is the current price. So can you tell me after 10 years what will be the price of the land? It will give you that. It can even predict the weather forecasting as well. Do personalization. Every user has different tastes, different likes and dislikes, right? So Netflix profiling, even shopping, even when you do online shopping, everyone has different choices of clothes or different choices of restaurants. So personalization is one thing. Unique online customer profile recommendations. It can give you recommendations of the products or whatever you want to view online. AI is also used in interactive support, like virtual assistants like chatbots that help assess customers. It is used there as well. And goal driven optimization. You order something online, you can trace your packet. The driving routes or the trucking company trying to get products out in a timely manner, bus routes, all these goal driven optimization as well, AI is extensively used these days. And what are the benefits apart from that? One of the major advantage or benefit of AI is with the speed and accuracy that it provides. It can scan thousands of images within seconds. AI can quickly analyze huge amount of data and often produce more accurate results than human. See, when humans do some calculation, there is a possibility of human error. But when a machine does, the possibility reduces. I don't say it'll be 100% accurate, but yes, it'll be more accurate. AI in healthcare. In medical assessments, AI can be extremely precise. For example, spotting issues in scans and avoiding any human error. So you scan your medical reports, your X-ray reports, your MRI scans, all these things, and it can generate a report. AI in law, you know how extensive the law and legal regulatory documents are, correct? And AI can review cases, the laws, the regulations, and any legal issues much faster and more thoroughly than people, helping in with predictions and analysis. AI and big data. Like big data systems, AI can handle massive volume of information at high speed and across different formats. You give any kind of format of information, AI can adapt by itself, saying, okay, this is structured data, this is not structured, these are images, these are on different format, whether it is image, whether it is voice, whether it is text, whatever format you give, AI can actually handle massive volume of information at a very high speed. AI automation, that is also again one of the biggest benefit. You can automate repetitive tasks. AI reduces human error and bias while speeding up work that would otherwise be slow and inconsistent. Broadly, AI can be classified at a very high level in these three categories. The first is artificial narrow intelligence. Artificial narrow intelligence is also known as weak AI because it is designed to perform a single or narrow set of related tasks at a high level of proficiency. Alexa, if you take, it is a voice recognition. It actually recognizes your voice and then it gives you responses based on the voice, right? But if you ask Alexa, can you write a text for me? Will it be able to do it? No, correct. Netflix will give you recommendation, but can Netflix uh, give you some voice recommendations? Say, okay, you watch this. No, because they are designed to perform only one single task. So such AI systems where they are designed to perform only one single or narrow set of related tasks, they are called narrow intelligence. Now, artificial general intelligence. This is also known as a strong AI system. Strong, deep, or a full AI because they are intended to closely mimic human intelligence. And currently, this is under research. Machine, we haven't reached a stage where AI machine can completely mimic a human brain, but the research is on. See, as humans, I can write and I can listen to music at the same time. Correct? I can do multitasking at the same time and I can take decisions at the same time. But whereas AI, they cannot fully act like human brain. So right now this is under research, but scientists say that one day we can reach this stage as well. Now, artificial super intelligence is very interesting. Scientists say that one day AI can even surpass humans. AI can write its own research paper, AI can do new inventions and etc. So this is currently, it is entirely theoretical, but scientists do believe that one day, we can reach that extent as well. What is artificial superintelligence? Surpasses human intelligence in creativity, reasoning, and decision making. So this is highly testable in exam. If you're preparing for an AIGP exam, then this is an important topic. Next, something evolution of artificial intelligence is something which is not important from exam perspective, but then I just thought we'll include this to understand how the evolution of artificial actually happened. So artificial intelligence began in 1950. You think it just recently started, but actually all the scientists started working on artificial intelligence since 1950s itself. Until 1950s, artificial intelligence was not a terminology at all, but then it was officially established at a conference. Then earlier AI would, rely on rule-based systems or symbolic reasoning. 1990s, we saw a major shift where machine learning came into picture and where computers actually learned from data instead of fixed rules. The rise of GPUs in 2000s, this has accelerated AI training and enabled deep learning breakthroughs because to run an AI machine we need good amount of resources. We need good amount of GPUs, and with the rise of GPUs, AI uh, got accelerated. Cloud computing then provided massive computing power, allowing researchers to train increasingly on complex AI model. So today, with all these specialized AI chips and supercomputers, right, power advanced systems like generative AI and rapid innovation across industries is happening. In 2010s, we saw a rise in deep learnings, and that was a breakthrough because that's when speech, vision, game playing of AI all came into picture. To run an AI system, we need good amount of resources, right? But now with this specialized AI chips and all supercomputers which are there, AI training has become much more easier, right? So this was the complete history of or the evolution of artificial intelligence. It is not at all tested in the exam, so don't worry about this much. I just thought you know what exactly is evolution of artificial intelligence. Now that we understand what an AI system is, we need to understand what are the core components of an AI system. How is an AI system actually built? Three key components of an AI system, that is data, algorithm, and model. I would say These are the building blocks of an AI system. You give an image of, say, for example, a dog to your AI system, then it will be able to recognize that it is an image of a dog. And then it will say you that, yes, this is an image of a dog. How is the system able to identify an image which it has never, seen? You may think like that, but behind the scenes, for the AI system, for it to understand that this is an image of a dog, this AI system is trained on millions of images of a dog. And then it understands that, yes, any image that resembles this image is a dog's image. See, think of it like this. When a child is born, he does not understand any language, he does not understand any things. But slowly and gradually, you teach him the language. Maybe you teach him English or any other local language that you speak at home. If you want to teach him what an apple is, you show him the image of an apple, and then next day you bring an apple to him and give him an apple and show him that this is an apple. Then you get him the varieties of apple, maybe a small apple, a big apple, a red apple, a green apple, and etc, right? And slowly your child understands that that particular fruit is called apple and not a banana. You tell him, okay, the shape of an apple will be like this, the color is this, but then if the shape is this, then this is a banana, whatever. You're teaching your child. The same applies to AI system as well. You have to train your AI system for it to identify or to perform the task that you want your AI to perform. So data is very important. That is the reason, why we say data is the new oil, because everything is revolving around data. The raw information which is used to train your AI models. See, your chat GPT is able to understand different languages, right? English, French, Spanish, maybe your Kannada, whatever language. So it is trained on those language images. If you give an image of a celebrity, then it will be able to identify the celebrity. If you give an image of a refrigerator, then it will be able to identify the refrigerator. So it is trained on images, it is trained on audios, it is trained on millions and millions of videos and sensor data as well. Data is very crucial for a AI system. Next is algorithm. Algorithm is a computational procedure or a set of instructions and rules which are designed to perform a specific task or solve a particular problem or produce an AI model. So once these images are given or once the texts are given, then an algorithm is given to it. That is nothing but a set of instructions or rules which are designed to perform a specific task. Say, if this is a text data that I have fed, then I'll write an algorithm for it to understand that, okay, whenever an English word is given, identify as an English. Whenever a French word is given, identify as a French. So this set of instructions or rules that you write and you give it to your AI system is nothing but the algorithm. Basically, this algorithm can be used to solve a particular problem, identify any image image in our case, or any text in our case. Next comes the model, a program that applies algorithm to data. So algorithm is nothing but the rules that you write plus the raw data that you feed into your system together will be called as a model. Model is nothing but a program that applies algorithm to data, allowing the model to make predictions or decisions based on the patterns it has learned, then that will be called as a model. I hope this is very clear now. What is a model, what is a data, and what is an algorithm? Now, what is an AI system? AI system is nothing but data, algorithm, model. It could be the interfaces, the infrastructure, the GPUs, the supercomputers that you use, the interfaces, like are you making it as a chatbot or are you using as a face recognition system? Then the complete system will be a AI system. That's all for this video. In my next video, we will try to understand these key components of the AI system in detail. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.